Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hi everyone. Today we are going to continue our lesson job interview skills where at the end of this lesson you should be able to first understand the types of interview questions and number two, apply the STAR techniques when answering interview question. Remember, you have interview session for your assessment too, so please pay attention, yeah? All right, so there are three types of interview questions. The first one is traditional, the second one is situational, and the third one is behavioral. You may get perhaps those three questions or perhaps two types of these questions. Okay, right, so let's take a look at the first type, traditional. Okay, in a traditional interview you will be asked a series of questions which typically have straightforward answers. So traditional, normally general questions, they don't really ask for something that is specific, yeah, where they require just straightforward answers. Normally, traditional type of questions, they are going to ask you in the beginning of the interview session or perhaps at the end of the interview session. So, for example, their favorite question, tell me about yourself. So here you need to tell about yourself. How? You need to bring the attention of your audience. Who is your audience at that time? They are the interviewers. So here you need to be stand out and also to use clever words or professional words and to make concise explanation about yourself. So how to talk about yourself professionally in the interview session? You have to explain about your personal background. So your personal background here is not about your personal life or your family life. No, it is more to your academic qualification. Okay, and then after you explain about your academic qualification, you also need to include information like your personal skills or personal qualities, right? And then later you can include your work experience. If you don't include work experience because you don't have work experience, then you can include personal achievement. There must be certain achievement you have during your university life, right? Okay, so you highlight that one. Okay, so example of other question for traditional types, take a look at number two. Why are you the best person for this position? They want to see whether you are the right person for the position. So here you need to explain the good qualities or perhaps the skills you have for the position. Okay, and then next one, what accomplishment are you most proud of? So here you have to mention and explain the achievement or the accomplishment you have so far, and perhaps you share the story of the biggest accomplishment or highest accomplishment you had in your life. Okay, where do you see yourself in 5 years? They want to see your mission, your vision, all right? They want to see whether you have ambition or not, all right? They want to see whether you have positive imagination for your future. Okay, next one, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Okay, this one sounds personal, but again, it should be professional. For these particular questions, later I'm going to share you another video clip. Okay, describe a typical work week. Okay, this one also to ask about how do you imagine the work is like in a week, so you can describe. Okay, so that's why you have to do some background research about the company, do some research about the job position so that you can answer even it is a traditional question which require you to give straightforward answers.